Hey, what's up guys, this is Drake News here because of another Pokemon Go video. So yes, this is a little recording of a playthrough from my Rainbow Cup. So yeah, I just had a Rainbow Cup not too while ago, and it was pretty good. We have 11 people showed up, and a lot of it was pretty good variety of players, from the experience to some players that's joined on today. So yeah, let's get this coverage going. So yes, my first round I was playing against Miss Bree, and she did really well. Put a little pressure on me as I was making my teams on down. So yes, I decided to leave with this team: a Quagsire, Charizard, and Venusaur, because I felt this was a safe bet. Quagsire has really good coverage. Charizard against those that are using grass has like Venusaurs and Fortress and Ivysaur, because I don't have a Venusaur, but I just happen to have a Ivysaur that's pretty close, so I powered that up to about 1498. And it's actually pretty good. So yeah, we're going to get going on this. So yes, I had a Quagsire versus her Venusaur, and this was not a favorable matchup for me. This was not a favorable matchup for me, and plus that she got her first attack off with Frenzy Plant, and if I didn't block that, that would have been a pretty hard damage. Now this is where I made a mistake. I think I should have used Earthquake, try to shield block, shield bait her a little bit, and that would have done a little bit more damage than Stone Edge. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to go with Charizard, try to finish her off from here. So that was a pretty good move, but then that switch locked me, and that gave her a lot of room to go with her Lantern. That's going to hit my Charizard pretty hard. And then here's a shield. Alright. And I think from here I got a little bit too greedy. This is where I think I should have went with the Blast Burn, but Dragon Claw is also still a pretty fine move because it'll go pretty fast. But yeah, this is where my downfall came. I lost the Charizard. Yeah, from here I don't know why, but yeah. So here's my Ivysaur, pretty good. And here, this is where I was thinking like, okay, I could do a Power Whip real quick, try to get one charge move off, and at least waste her shield a little bit, which is a good idea. Then from here, this is where I should have switched. But yeah, I think from here I was kind of a little slow, so that's why I went with that. But yeah, that Manatee with the Aerial Ace hits your grass types pretty hard. So I think because of that, I think this is where I decided to stay. Yeah, the area is going to finish me off, and then I have a Quagsire that's ready. Now I think this is where I should have went with the Stone Edge, try to finish off that Manatee, but I was getting so worried about like that Lantern. I was trying to get some moves off, and that was the first round. Okay, and alright, going to game number 2. This is where I decided like, okay, I want to switch up my lineup a little bit. I'm really good with this team, with Charizard, Ivysaur, Quagsire, but I didn't want to always leave a Quagsire, so I decided, you know what, let's put in Charizard, see how it feels. Alright, and I think this was a pretty good matchup. Alright, so yeah, we have Charizard out, and she also leveled with another Charizard. So it's kind of hard sometimes. Your leads are always very important, so try to be very careful on that. And this is basically where we both have our moves coming off. Now, I was an idiot. Well, at this point I was thinking like, oh hey, lead off with the Dragon Claw, try to bait out her shield, and I think she did, yeah. But yeah, she also did the same thing to me, and I want to block. Alright, and from here, just where next time I should have waited a little bit. Yeah, I should have waited a little bit longer, try to farm up some energy. But now she's out of shield, so this is a perfect time to like, okay, take advantage of it. Alright, and yeah. Yeah, that dumb punch hits really hard. And this is where I went with my Ivy Sword, but for some reason I was having a little problem. That there's a little switch glitch that's going on where if your Pokemons get beaten, that if you're not careful, you can actually switch out your Pokemon, so that's a problem. But this actually came out pretty okay for me. Oh, just a little bit. The down punch going to hit pretty hard a little bit against the Quagsire. And this is where I was like, okay, go for the fastest move. So Stone Edge is pretty fine. At least I'll knock out that Electabuzz. And we're both out of shields at this point. Now, because I have my energy charged up, I can get to my Earthquake real quick, and this should knock out that Quagsire. Oh, a little bit. Well, this should be able to get that damage down a little bit. And I'm sure that she's trying to go for it. Yep, she's going for that Earthquake. And this is where I brought it home. Alright. No shields left. And she has that Charizard. That's very weakened. And I'm going to go for my Sludge Bomb. And that'll be for game. Yeah, Sludge Bomb actually hits pretty hard if you have an uncontested no shield Charizard. Alright. So that's 1-1. Alright, this is game number 3. So yes, so from here I was like, you know what? I'm going to switch to my Ivysaur. I don't want to put myself at a liability. But I'm noticing that, okay, I really like the Quagsire, so I'm going to finish up with this, lead it off, and put Charizard as my middle, just in case. Alright. So, pretty good lineup. And we'll see what she got. Alright, there's my Quagsire. And she has a Venusaur. And same thing, not a good lineup. Try it. This is where I was trying to see if, okay, I could get some damage in. And I decided, like, you know what, do a quick switch. Block just a little bit, because after instant flame would have done a little bit of damage in. And just keep farming energies off. And get that Blast Burn off on Quagsire. And waste her shield a little bit, that's not so bad. Because Blast Burn actually does a pretty good amount of damage. Yes, it's Quagsire's resistant, but I can get some damage off. But I think this one I was trying to see, like, okay, if I can waste her another shield by going to move a little bit faster. Alright, this is really unfavorable for me. Because her Earthquake really hits pretty hard. Yeah, this is what I was trying to see. I can waste a shield. No, is she? Oh no, wait. I think, yeah, this is where I made a mistake. This is where I should have used Blast Burn, because that would have taken down that Quagsire. And now I just lost the Charizard. So this is going to be my Quagsire. That's already almost ready to go with a Stone Edge. Alright, this is where I was trying to see I can farm some energy. Now she has a Venusaur, and I'm going to lead off with my Fortress. And this is what I know is like, okay, I don't really. This is why I learned that, oh, okay, if you have a Fortress, you don't really need to shield against a Venusaur. You could save that energy up a little bit. But now we both have no shields left, so this is going to be really good. A really nice combat right here. So, Earthquake. Finish off that Electabuzz. And finishing off that Venusaur. So yes, that was game 3. So that's game set. So yeah, that first round, that was with me. Thank you, Miss Bree. That was really good. Alright. And this next one was against a very good friend of mine's. Poke Lives Matter. Like, he is a rising star in the group. Like, just joined up within the group just not too while ago and started dominating the PvP tournaments. And holy cow, I have so much respect for him. And Miss Bree, him. Yeah, both of them are just like coming out out and just like dominate every tournament they're going into. Now, like, it is crazy. They learn fast. So from here, I thought, okay, I'm going to go with a steady team because I know Pokemon Matter did work with Miss Bree, and I was like, you know what? If going by my personal experience, this should be a pretty good team to lead off with. Alrighty. And here we got Quagsire versus Lantern, which is a pretty good matchup. And kind of going to see. Now, he has that water gun variant, so that does hit pretty hard. So this is where I was trying to see if I could shield bait him with that Stone Edge a little bit faster, try to see if I can get that shield off. But next time, in my personal opinion, I think I should have waited just a few more seconds, get that Earthquake off, because Earthquake would hit just as hard. I don't know, what do you guys think? Go for a faster move, or go for one that hits a little harder? And this is where I was like, okay, let's try to get a shield off of him. Alrighty, this is where I was like, okay, that Venusaur needs to go as fast as it can, at least get the shield off. Yeah, it does hit pretty hard. And that's where my Quagsire falls. And it's like, okay, should I put in a Charizard or a Fortress? I was like, you know what, Fortress could get the job done. So Sludge Bomb, not even going to bother. Not even going to bother shielding. So right now I know that he has a Lantern that's still in there. And it's just like right now you know like what he's got. Alright, he gives me a Charizard. I was like, you know what, try to see if I can get that Rock Tomb, but that's a pretty bad move. What I should have done is like I should have at least gone to the Charizard myself. Then he would have brought us his Lantern. So now he has a Charizard that's already farmed up a lot of energy against my Fortress. And yeah, because I miscounted that thinking it was going to be a Dragon Claw, but now he's going to give me a Blast Burn. And Blast Burn hits pretty hard, and no, I shouldn't have done that Dragon Claw. I should have done the Blast Burn. I should have responded just the same way, but this is where he's going to take the first one. Alright, and for my second one against Pokemon Matter, I decided, you know what? I want to switch out that Fortress, go for Ivysaur, because Ivysaur, Charizard, and Quagsire are my pretty solid line. So this is what I decided to go with. Alright, we got Charizard versus a Lantern, and this is one of the worst matches I could ever get because I'm going to lose that Charizard. So I was thinking like from here, let's go out for the Ivysaur, try to see if I can get some energy off on him, but then I know he's going to respond. So this is where I should go. Yes, Sludge Bomb. Try to see if I can get some damage off and or waste a shield. And I got a shield off of him, so that's perfect. So try to go for that Ivysaur. And Dragon Claw's going to finish off my Charizard. Now this is where I got my Quagsire. And I was trying to see if I can get that Stone Edge. Alright, so he's going to hit me first. I decided not to block this one. One of the worst mistakes because he saw that Blast Burn hitting pretty hard. Alright, and Stone Edge, see I can waste a shield or at least get some damage in. And he does waste a shield, so he has no shields left. And this is where I block, thinking it was going to be a Blast Burn, but no, turn up a Dragon Claw. So next time watch your counting a little bit, because Dragon Claw does go out a little bit faster, and he just wasted the shield off of me. So this is where I go for my Stone Edge, knocking out that Charizard. And he goes back. There's a Venusaur. I got Charizard that's almost ready to go. Yep. And shield. Yeah. Frenzy Plant will still hit as just as hard, and this is where Blast Burn's going to take it. But yeah, that's where he timed it right, just right. for that Venusaur to go into that lantern. And yeah, he has a Thunderbolt, and that'll be game. So yeah, that was my loss. So yeah, second game I lost that one. He got revenge for Miss Breeze, so that was pretty good. Alright, so game 3. So this is going to be against Phil Austin. Basically the lead for the Raid Bus that came in Houston, so I got to play against him. And plus, he was telling me that, oh, he's pretty good friends with our Ash. So I decided, you know what? Let's play with him, try to see how he goes. Alright, he did pretty good. Alright, this is where I left off with Charizard, but this is a problem. He led off with a Gligar. Gligar is a ground flying type, so that doesn't count. So, however, because I was organizing this, and this is his first time, I was being real generous. I decided, like, you know what, I'll let you stay, but just gotta be a little careful next time. And I decided, like, okay, just keep going on that. So Blast Burn, try to get some damage off. So yes, guys, if you're organizing a tournament, be sure to double check. I'm not going to deny it. I was organizing this and I was not checking. I should have been a little bit more careful on that. Alright, he has Blast Burn. That's going off. And that's why I finished off his Gligar. Alright. And he has an Entei. And decided, like, you know what, try to get some damage in as fast as I can. If I can with a shield, that'll be great. And he doesn't shield. I was like, okay. And yeah, this is where the switch glitch happened. I should have went for not Ivysaur. I should have went for Quagsire, but for some reason it gave me my Ivysaur. So I had to play around this. And this is where I was like, okay, going to go for a Slush Bomb. And that should be able to take it, but if he shields, yep, he does shield. So he's going to farm up some energy against me. And here's my Slush Bomb again. Try to take down with that Entei. And I was like, you know what, let me get some damage off. So he had a Fire Plume. There's my Quagsire, and holy cow, that Fire Plume hits pretty hard. It was a Razor Leaf, so that hit me pretty hard, especially my Quagsire. So yeah, that was game 1. And this is where I was telling him, like, okay, hey, try to be a little more careful, bro. You gotta go with your team that you have, because he didn't know that Gligar was not a bug type. I didn't know at the time until I questioned it. So for this one, I decided to leave with a Quagsire, Charizard, and Fortress. Try to counter his grass types, because I know he doesn't have that many bug types against me. Alright, this is where I decided, you know what? I'm going to lead off with Quagsire. He led off with a Raikou. And he doesn't really have that much Stardust, so he didn't really buy the second move. And this is where I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to farm this. I mean, yes, he gets the first attack off, but that doesn't really affect me that much. And this is where I get my Earthquake off. And he doesn't know that ground types are super effective. So I was like, okay, yeah. And he comes out with a Venusaur. This is where I was like, you know what? Gotta really switch. Yep, try to get that energy going and decide, you know what, I'm not going to really block this one. So Fortress against a Venusaur, you don't really need to block. So just go from there and just have some fun. And decide Earthquake. And he blocks that one, so that's good. Frenzy Plant, not going to bar blocking because I kind of want to keep my shields. And this is where he has his own Fortress, and I was like, okay, I'm going to get my own Rock Tomb off. And that wastes the shields off of him. And try to see, yes, and I got that Rock Tomb off. He has no shields left, so that way I can get some energy off on him. Yeah, there you go. And to finish it off, Charizard. And I'm going to shield at the very end. Use it up because that Earthquake would have done some damage on. Yeah. Now it's 1-1. Alright. I decided to switch up my team, going from Charizard, Quagsire, and Fortress. Try to see how it goes. Alrighty, so yeah. We got Lantern versus Charizard. Not one of the best matchups. But I'm like, you know what? Really gotta get out of here. And so I go for a safer bet, go for a Quagsire. And I was afraid of like Thunderbolt. Yep. And decided like, no, what? Go for Stone Edge. And he decides to block that, which is a good call from him. And decided, okay, I'm gonna farm some energy up. Okay, let's see if you're gonna block a second Stone Edge. He doesn't. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use up my last shield. Try to see if he'll block and just farm up from here. So this is where I'm just waiting around a little bit. And this is where I was like, okay, gotta go for that Earthquake. Try to see if I can get that last shield off or knock out that Venusaur. Alright, he blocks, so he's out of shield. So both players are out of shields. And this is where I can go to town with my Fortress. Alright. And then he has that Gligar again. Now, I did tell him, like, hey, try and be a little careful. But I did let it go because it's not going to hit me that hard. Because I know it's a flying type now. At this point, I decided, no, I can finish off with Rock Tomb. Try to see if I can get some damage in. Alright, and this is where I get another Rock Tomb going. And that should finish off the Gligar. Then he has that Venusaur, and I'm just going to have some fun with this. Let Venusaur take it out as much as I can. Frenzy Plant does a good amount of damage, and then I have a fully charged Charizard ready to go. So yeah, that was game number 3. That kind of brought me back a little bit, especially losing against PokeLives Matter. Alright, so the last one we had a little problem. I didn't record in time. I got a little trigger happy. So yeah, this is against one of my good friends, Juan Jose. He's one of the best players I know in the area, and made 3rd place in our Houston regionals. So it was a pretty good honor playing against him and Jose, everyone that attended regionals. Now, I did get a chance to play Jose, so I was a little bummed out. But I was pretty happy he did really well in that tournament, especially against PokeLives Matter after this game. So yeah, this is where Juan Jose surprised me. He had an Amistar with Ancient Power, and that Ancient Power gave him that boost. So that just wrecked me. Wrecked my Charizard. So this is where my Fortress comes in. And Ancient Power hits hard. So something to look into, Pokemon with Ancient Power. I've seen a lot of people now going into consideration using Executes, Yanma, and Amstars right now. So that's going to be something that could probably change the meta up sometime soon. Alright, so I'm out of shields. and he knows I have fully charged, ready to go. And he knows I'm down my last Pokemon, which is a Quagsire. Quagsire versus Fortress. Kind of depends on the matchup, but I know he's going to finish me off right here with Earthquake, and that should get some damage off. Yep. So that was game number 1. Alright, and so for number 2, this is kind of where I messed up. I done goofed. I think from here I should have led either with a Charizard or a Quagsire, but I got a little greedy and was really scared of his water lineup. So I kind of fell for his trick and basically put up my grass type out on the front, which is not a good idea because I'm thinking like, oh, he might have a Quagsire. So yeah, yeah, you're gonna see that this is gonna be very fast. Yeah, and I just left an Ivysaur out to get eaten alive, and I fell for the switch. I think I should have just let the Ivysaur fall. That would have been a little bit better. So, yeah, Dragon Claw. Try to see if I can get some a little bit damage in, and he doesn't shield, which is actually a surprise. So, I fell for that, and he's going to have that ancient power. And I don't think he gets the buff on this one. Yeah, he doesn't get the buff. So at this point I was trying to see like, okay, if I get some fast moves off. Yeah, he counted right. He did good. And I'm out of shields and he's already using ancient power. And this is where I'm like, okay, I gotta get my last attack off. And this is where he shields because he has an ancient power ready to go. So I have no shields and he has 1 shield advantage on me right now. Yeah, that thing hits hard. So I had an Ivysaur out. And he has a Fortress. And this is where I made a mistake. I should have went with the Sludge Bomb. Yeah, and no shields against his fully charged team. I was like, oh man, just getting destroyed out here. He's out of shields, but he knows my team's already pretty weakened. Yeah, and this is where I was like, okay, go try to do some damage a little bit. And he's leading off. Yep, and he's done. He has his Charizard. So yeah, that's the end of the game. So yeah, congrats, GG to everybody that came on out. It was good. Basically just helped me prepare a little bit for my next tournament. I got 2 more coming up. One sometime tomorrow against everyone in the group, and another one against A-Leaf in Chinatown. So that's going to be pretty fun. So yeah, guys, I hope you all liked this video. I hope this was really educational because this is really helpful for myself to see like, okay, what's going to be really good. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. Take care. Bye.